Let's win it. Ah. Ready, set. Release. 1, 2, 3. So what's up, Neogenesis family? Here we are outside again, you know, because it's hot in the middle of a heat wave. The kids running, we're outside, it's sunny. So when it's sunny like that, we gotta be outside despite the fact that it might be a little harder for us to run fast, move fast, and be endurant. But we're still gonna get this done. So today, what we're gonna be working on, mainly speed, agility. We want to be as technical as possible and approach everything with attention to detail. First drill, we're gonna go with lunge. So we're gonna take our time, we try to go as deep as possible. We're gonna go for 20 yards. Keep the back straight, chest up. Try to go as deep and low as possible. You take your time, nice and easy. You walk 3 steps in between every rep. Get back up, boom. Every time you come back up, you push through your foot, boom. Side, boom, and one more, good. Lunge and twist, knee up, boom, and twist. Keep your foot dorsiflexed, meaning your toes should be pointing towards the sky. Boom, 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 boom. Now we're gonna go to B skips. What I want you guys to be focusing on here is aggressive strikes towards the ground. You don't want to be soft with that, okay? Because it's gonna transfer and translate to your running. So you really want to be aggressive. You want to show good posture, intent, and technique. So now, guys, we're gonna go with pogo jumps. You want to be focusing on minimal ground contact, okay? So you don't want to spend any time on the ground as much as possible, meaning that while you try to jump back, you don't want to bend your knees. You want to use the reflex, so really use your ankles, your toes. As soon as you feel the ground, you should be leaving it again. I don't really mind about the height here. Today is not really about height, but more about sensations, the way you feel. So as soon as you hit the ground, you try to leave again. I find it really nice for, you know, when you need to change direction, when you need to jump, you need to be as reactive as possible. So working on it right now is gonna help us. So let's go, pogo jumps, you go for 15 seconds. Boom, 1, 2. Just like that, you got your pogo jumps. We're gonna go for 3 sets. Try to stay focused. Set 2. Same thing, when you go through your sets, you don't wanna lower your intensity. So you really try to focus on keeping your intensity, the form, the technique, body posture on top of everything else. Ready, set. Good. Set number 3. Same thing. So you barely flex the knees. Keep your chest up. Don't forget to point your toes towards the sky. Good, set 3. Since we're still in the activation part, I'm really trying to focus on quality, speed, activate my CNS. You really want to be intense, activate everything, so you focus on the details. Don't skip anything. I used to do it. Now I'm old, it's a little too late, but I'm trying to catch back. But if I have an advice to give, do them ladder drills, do them pogos, do everything you can in order to get better. So now, we're gonna hit the Ickey Shuffle. My favorite, pretty easy to do. You try to keep a pace. Sometimes I have to remind myself to beat the drum with my hands, meaning that while your feet are going fast, your hands are also trying to follow and even dictate your pace. So here, little Ickey Shuffle, bah! Bah, 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 bah. Oh yeah, coming out of the ladder, you want to give a little burst, get this habit of finishing strong. It's good sometimes to relax, you know, but in this case, right here, right now, what we want is acceleration, burst, quality of reps. Don't waste it. So once you get out of it, you explode. Ickey Shuffle, second rep. Woo! So now with the in and out, what we'll do at the beginning of the ladder, we're gonna lead with the first foot, which could be the right or the left one. You bring both feet inside of the hexagon. You get out again, in again, and so on and so on. So what you want to be focusing on again, pace, rhythm, okay? If your feet are moving slow, it's gonna show in whatever physical activity you have to do. So footwork is a good thing in order to get better at things. And I know sometimes people might argue about that and debate, but since I discovered that, my coordination, body control, and also when I want to make a quick decision, my feet do the thing. I don't have to think. It does by itself. So let's do it. In and out. Try to stay intense and focus. Burst, burst. Good. What we're gonna be trying to do is 5 consecutive jumps. So you try to go as far as possible, meaning we're gonna work on your broad jump and also your ability to transfer energy, meaning that when you jump, you need to be able to land properly and then use the energy back again to land or to launch yourself further to then land again for 5 consecutive reps, okay? Let's make it happen. We're gonna start from the goal line. We're gonna start behind the white line in this case. What you want to be doing to have a better broad jump is use your arms. If you don't have arms, you can't jump far, you can't run fast. So use your arms, push through the hips, and you're gonna go further. So let's do this. I think I did one more, but that's about it. That's how you're supposed to jump. That's how you're supposed to land. And with all of the weight I have to carry on my body, the first technique I use is ground contact, okay? As soon as I make contact, I want to redirect. So you want to be elastic as possible. You don't want to be too stiff, and it's gonna help you. I think for the next one, what I'm gonna be doing, second set, I'm gonna bring a cone. Now keeping the cone in either one of my hands, what I'm gonna try to be doing is land on the 5th jump and put it down, okay? I'll put it behind my heel so it can measure exactly where I land in the furthest point of my body, which will be my heel in that case. And what I would want to tell you guys and stress is don't just push the ground, push the effing planet. All right, ready? 5 jump. So I must focus because sometimes I'm out of there. Ready, set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so what, about 16 yards, we'll say. So here we're gonna go with knee tucks. Honestly, knee tucks is underrated for the core because you have to bring all of your lower body up in the air, catch it. Also meaning that you need to push yourself harder than just a normal jump with straight leg. So here, let's attack. 6 reps, 8 reps. Let's do it. Let's fly. Ready, set. Woo! You see? You see? You see? You know, for those people who say, muscles, muscle. Biceps are not just for the girls, man. It's definitely what helps me jump higher. So you still need to take care of your body in that gym. You still need to, you know, upgrade. And then my advice is to learn how to use it in motion, you know? Don't just go there and stay static. You want to be holistic. So meaning that every one of your system needs to work with the other. You're a whole system made of a lot of different systems. So get that job done, work on yourself, then learn to use it. Let's do it again. Ready, set, hit. Whew, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. But you know, still getting the job done. Not to brag, I be laughing a lot, but honestly, for me, 2 words, hard work. Hard work. Important point, we're gonna go to lateral bounds, meaning that each of your legs is gonna be isolated and work alone. What is gonna be helping you do is stability, okay? It's easier to jump from a stance where you can use both of your feet. But one leg, stick the landing, jump far on the other side, do the same thing and repeat without losing balance. That's an whole different level of exercising. And if you don't have that in your workout, I think you could be missing out on important things that it's gonna give you and provide for your athletic abilities. So we need to be working on one side at a time sometimes, okay? We need to isolate. So not to disrespect if you haven't been doing it, because I had to learn how to do it too. So now, stance, athletic stance, bend at the knee, crack at the hips. How many reps? All right, we go for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Just like that, 12 reps. Gonna go for 2 sets, similar to the previous exercises. And we try to stay focused, okay? Once you feel your foot landing, you stick, okay? You stick, you learn to brace. If you don't know the term brace, it's from the core, okay? A good technique or a good tip I could give you is really, we want to tighten your core as much as if someone came close to you and tried to punch you in your belly button, okay? So you keep everything tight, strong, and it's gonna help both of your segments to stick and stay together. Ready? Set, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Today, I don't have the chance to have a partner. Normally, what we would have done is go through resisted sprints, meaning that you have something around your hips, you have a partner holding you back, or a sled, which I will get soon, but for now, we skip that part. But this is something that if you're well equipped, if you have partner, you're not alone, you could try. And then what it's gonna be doing is that when you do the unresisted sprint, you feel faster. It's all about feeling fast to be fast. So you wanna still stay relaxed, push the ground, and drive for 30 yards, okay? So for 30 yards, you should still be pushing, okay? So there's the get off on 10 yards, and then from 10 to 30, you start to gradually put your torso a little bit more upward. So that should look like this. We go all out, try to be as fast as possible. So ready, set. the first steps, you should look towards the ground. You don't look in front of you. You stay focused. And then as you go upward, you try to slowly put your torso upward, okay? And then you look in front of you, you pump your knees. The first phase, you look to the ground and try to stay low. I was not really satisfied with my first rep. You know, sometimes when you're trying to explain and coach, especially in my case, two things, could get a little harder for me to get quality reps, especially on the sprint where I like to be fully focused on how my body feels. But at the same time, no excuses, because I'm trying to show you guys how I do it. I'm not saying here I'm an Olympian or anything, just someone who worked really hard in order to still be able to move my muscle mass around this world. So, like, if it can help someone, if it can shed some light on some question marks you guys have, it's my pleasure, okay? So now we're gonna go second set, 30 yards, same thing. I'm gonna switch my leg. This one. Ready, set. And as you go through a certain mark, you still try to go through all of it. If I say 30, man, run 32. If I say 20, run 25. Okay, get that habit of finishing through the line, not before. It's gonna help you reduce your time, that's for sure. And just getting the habit, if you're a football player or any sports, man, you don't want to lose that game at the end, okay? You keep the momentum going. So now, guys, what you need to do, you get yourself 4 cones. You could get 5 if ever, to set in the middle, but it's not necessary since what's gonna be in the middle is yourself. You start in the middle, and then with the help of someone, or if you're alone, you could also just aim for different cones, but that will work less on your agility. And here, guys, what I want to be explaining to you is the meaning of agility. Sometimes we think agility is quickness, and it's a mistake. When we say agility, agility is truly the meaning of reacting to something, okay? It's sudden, it's fast, it's something moving, it's a sound, it's a cue that tells you to go in a different direction as fast as possible, so you need to process things. Quickness is another thing. Quickness is you could define a path and follow it, meaning like the ladder, or if I do a trajectory and I have already in mind what I'm gonna try to do and try to do it as fast as possible, okay? So when we say agility, there's a cue, there's something you need to react, okay? It's your reaction time, and then how fast you can do the said action.
That's right.
Back to the ladders, okay? So what we're gonna be doing, we get a ladder here, about like 7 hexagons, and after that, we hit the cones, okay? So what we're gonna try to do, you do your ladder as intensively as possible, and then when you release, you aim for the first cone. I didn't really set my cones in a magical manner, okay? So don't break your head over that. You just set some cones and you're gonna weave through it. You try to be sharp, and now it's a little bit like I said before, we're getting to quickness a little bit more than agility. I won't have to react to anything. I already know the path, but I'm gonna be trying to go through it as fast and efficiently as possible. Ready, set, release. Well, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. We're getting to a point in this workout where I feel a little bit more tired. You know, just getting out of the X drill. We're gonna be relaxing soon. We get to the other side of the ladder. We're still gonna keep the cones on that side, not changing anything. What I want you guys to do though, I wanna stress that, Really try to go as intensively as possible. If you slip, you slip, okay? If you never try to push past your limits, you're never gonna get over the hump. So it's really important to go strong, fast, and get the results. Ready, set. Finally, I took the time to change my path a little bit, and I was not necessarily satisfied with the previous rep. In the ladder, made some mistakes, you know, fatigue, but no excuses. So now what I'm gonna try to do is still dedicate myself to put 100%, but focus on not making any mistake. So I'm gonna try to climb the ladder, get down 1, climb 2, get down 1, getting out, go through my path, and hopefully not make any mistakes. So let's focus. Ready, set. Let's go. I've been focusing as much as I could to not put my hands on my hips. Still happened, but I'm fighting the need of doing it. You know, it's hard, but you know, my heart rate is not even that high. It's just the heat, the pressure, all on my shoulders. But you know, show no weakness. If you try to emulate a little bit the football mentality, is trying to keep your hands above your head. You show no weakness to your opponent, okay? You don't want them to know how you feel, and you get the things done, you know? Ain't no messing around. So now let's get it. Last rep. Just gonna go 2 in, 2 out. We're done. So today, a very good workout. Really liked it. I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash everything, okay? Turn up your notification. Let me know in the comment which drill you like the most if ever you try. And let's get after it, guys, okay? This year is our year. Let's go.